So, module 4 na tayo, which is all about adult learning. So, module objectives: understand adult learning, differentiate pedagogy from andragogy, may explain transformational learning, self-directed learning, and experiential learning. So itong mga ito, yung different learning theories that pertains to the adult learning. Then understand the 5 core propositions of learning and relate them with the different roles of tech. So there are different roles of radiologic technologies. Roles in that sense of career pathway. Okay? Then, babalikan uli natin si Robert Gagne. Okay? Pero, hindi na natin babalikan yung kanyang hierarchy of learning, but yung kanyang learning theory and the 9 events of instructions. Okay? So basically, in adult learning, this is the type of learning kung paano ang isang adult ay magpo-pursue ng education or mag-take ng education, how an adult deals with learning. Okay? Siyempre iba yung pamamaraan ng isang adult person compared with a child. Okay? So, anong pwedeng maging example natin? Example natin dyan in terms of experiences. An adult can always relate the things they learn in school, they can relate it in their experiences. Okay? So another definition ay pag sinabi adult learning, hindi lang to basta uh, pag-pursue ng education in the classroom setting. Okay? So there are different settings, okay, in adult learning. So I don't know if you have heard yung ATF sa ating school, okay, or yung, di ba, naging issue yung yung diploma or yung pagka-graduate ni Manny Pacquiao sa let's say, sa University of Makati. Naging issue siya kung bakit parang very short period of time tapos na nabigyan siya agad ng diploma for finishing the study. So I think the process na nangyari doon is yung tinatawag natin na ladderized education. And ladderized education is a method or a strategy in adult learning. So in ATF siguro ATF yung kanyang pinasukan din sa University of Makati. In ATF, the higher education institution, which is the school, considers the experiences of the learner, experiences in the field in which the learner had been employed for several years. Halimbawa, ATF mostly ina-offer sa ating school economics and management. So parang I think yung dalawang course na yun, yung may ATF sa ating school. Okay? So usually yung mga nag-enroll sa ATF, either working in the government or they are working, yung karamihan ng mga nakilala ko na or graduates natin ng ATIAP is working sila sa mga companies, either big companies or small companies, like sa mga nagtatrabaho sa SM, which is yung direct hire ng SM. So nakita ko sila doon yung mga may managerial positions na uh, nagpo-pursue sila ng ATIAP at the same time after ng ATIAP nagpo-pursue rin sila ng postgraduate study. So kino-consider doon yung kanilang experiences. Kaya nga dito, di ba, sinasabi dito, this can be done in a formal setting in higher education, trade school, or apprenticeship. So doon papasok sa apprenticeship yung experiences nila. Pero hindi lang doon. Actually, it is a combination of formal schooling and apprenticeship. So syempre, they have special curriculum. Meron silang special curriculum provided by or laid down by CHED. So katulad natin, we have the curriculum for your batch na CHED Memorandum Order number 7, series of 2018. So yun yung inyong curriculum. Okay? Then, okay, so adult learning also can be done for adults who simply want to learn a skill or pursue education in order to learn that skill. So when we say adult learning, hindi lang siya nakafocus dun sa theoretical learning. Okay? So kasama na rin dito yung uh, pagkakatuto ng mga skills. Di ba yung usually yung sa mga TESDA programs. So they are adult learning. In-employ nila adult learning. Yung, usually puro skills naman ang ino-offer sa TESDA. Okay? And then children and adults are very different when it comes on how they learn. Different techniques must be used in order to make learning effective for adults. Okay? So, yung mga usually mga memorization, hindi na siya effective pagdating sa mga adults. Effective lang yan usually sa mga bata katulad natin, pero pag mga matatanda na, yan, hindi na siya effective. Okay? So pag mga kaedad natin, medyo lang. However, there are difficulties encountered by adult learners. Siyempre, ano ba yung mga possible difficulties ng adult learner? Okay. So number one, lack of time. Bakit? Kasi, di ba, given as their status, adult na sila, so there are other priorities. There are other responsibilities in life. Some of them full-time jobs. Some part-time jobs. Ba? Or kung wala naman silang trabaho, they are taking care of their children. Okay? So this makes time or lack of time very difficult. Okay? Next, self-doubt. Bakit may self-doubt? Siyempre, adult na sila. So parang lampas na sila dun sa uh, expected period of time na kung saan dapat sila ay nakatapos na ng pag-aaral. So they are doubting themselves kung kaya ba nila na mag-aaral muli or kung kung nakapag-start na sila mag-aaral muli, kaya ba nila na uh, tapusin kung sakaling mag-start na sila. So, yan. Very mahirap yung magkaroon ng self-doubt, di ba? Kung kayo nga na bata pa, di ba, nagkakaroon ng self-doubt when it comes to learning, or kahit yung mga fourth year natin ngayon na nagkakaroon din sila ng self-doubt na about sa kanilang skills and knowledge na natutunan. So what more dun sa mga uh, adult na no, kinontinue nila yung kanilang pag-aaral. Okay? So, pero hindi naman lahat ay ganyan. Nasa predisposition, nasa mindset yan ng learner. But most of learners or most of adult learners ay nagkakaroon ng self-doubt. Katulad ko, bumalik ako sa pag-aaral nung ako ay 26 years old. Nag-enroll ako ng RadTech, 26 years old ako. Siyempre, pag kinumpute nyo, graduate ako, 30 years old na ako, di ba? So ako yung pinakamatanda sa klase namin, sa batch namin. Pero, I never encountered self-doubt when it comes to the academics and practical aspect of learning in radiology technology. Kasi I have the background in allied health. So, para sa akin parang mali-mali lang ba? Joke lang. Parang mali. Parang hindi ko naman sa sinabi hindi ako nahihirapan, pero hindi naman ako totally nahihirapan, no, sobrang hirap. Kasi I have the background nga sa nung ako yung nursing, so yung mga anatomy ganyan, yung mga diseases. So, yun, madali na yun sa akin. Saka yung mindset ko kasi, syempre dahil nga sa advanced image na ako compared sa mga classmate ko. So, wala sa akin yung competition. Hindi ako nakikipag-compete. Oh, perfect ako. Yes, ganyan. Okay. Uso yan sa klase. Lalo na nung pag first year, di ba? Ano yung jiwa mo, ganyan. Mataas ako ng average. O, scholar ako, ganito, ganyan. So, something like that. Pero, sa akin, it doesn't matter. Kahit nung nag-take ako o nag-prepare ako ng board, sa akin, target ko lang pumasa ng board. Yun na yun. Kaya sabi ko nga, kahit ano lang, 75 lang ang general average ko sa board, okay na. Pero, hindi naman ako 75. 80.80 ang aking average sa board exam. But, may bagsak ako na isang subject sa board. Huwag nyo na alamin kung anong subject. Pero ang average ko is pasado. So, sir, paano nangyari yun na pasado kayo? Ayun. Malalaman niyo pag binasa niyo yung RA 7431. Diba? nakalagay dun yung conditions kung paano papasa ang isang board taker. Ano yung grades na kailangan niya per subject. Anyhow, continuing. So another difficulty is neuroplasticity. Bakit involved ang neuroplasticity? Yan. Well, we cannot deny that age is a factor in studying, in learning. Diba? Uh, yung ating, as we age, syempre yung ating mga anatomical structures also age. The younger we are, the better our anatomical structures are, diba, suited for learning. Kaya nga, learning is designed for a specific age. Kasi, during that age, nagde-develop yung ating mga anatomical structures. Okay? And kapag nagde-develop pa sila, so that means there are room for improvement, room for accommodation ng mga knowledge. Okay? So, yan. Katulad dito, with every repetition of a thought, we reinforce a neural pathway. So, ano ba neural pathway? So, pag pinag-aaralan na sa anatomy yung nervous system, so, nababanggit dyan yung neural pathway. So, a neural pathway is a process in the nervous system in which a particular action, okay, ay nare-register sa ating system, sa ating body. Okay? So we have many neural pathways. Okay? So when we learn something new, we create a new pathway. The connections in our brain are constantly getting stronger and weaker, creating new pathways and strengthening older ones. So yung neuroplasticity natin, yung plasticity ay nababawasan na. Diba? Kung nung bata pa tayo, madali tayo mag-memorize or madali para sa atin ang memorization, ngayong umidad na tayo, so nababawasan na yung ating capability to memorize. So kung mapapansin nyo, yung ano yung mga naalala nyo or na-memorize nyo pa, usually sila yung mga bagay na na-memorize nyo during your childhood. Tapos yung mga nire-review nyo ngayon, di ba? Minemorize nyo na after ilang days, wala na. Kasi nasa short-term memory lang. Di ba? Okay? So next, financial barriers. Siyempre, kasabay ng lack of time yung financial barrier. As an adult, marami ka ng responsibility. Either the reason for stopping your study before, kung ano man yung reason pala, pagbalik mo sa pag-aaral, ay may meron ng sabit na additional na financial obligations. Diba? Let's say, tumigil ka before, pero nung nag-aaral ka before, supported ka ng iyong parents. Pero ngayon, pagbabalik mo sa pag-aaral, hindi ka na supported ng parents mo. So you are financially challenged na. Or, meron ka ng, let's say, meron ka ng family. So your finances are divided na into your family and your study. Kaya nagkaroon ng financial challenges. or barriers. Then contradiction. Okay. So, katulad ng binanggit ko kanina na ang mga adult learners usually, they tend to relate what they learn to other experiences. Ngayon, the problem is, paano kung a particular concept ay taliwas doon uh, sa kanilang pagkakaalam or sa kanilang belief, di ba? So nagkakaroon ng contradiction between what they are learning or what are being taught in the school and what they know, di ba? Kaya nga, example nito ay kapag mayroong isang tasa ng tubig, puno na siya. So, kapag lalagyan mo pa siya ulit, bubusan mo pa ng dadagdagan mo ng laman, ano nangyayari? Diba? Tasa may tubig, lagyan mo muli, aapaw dahil wala ng silid. So mag-overflow. Parang mawawala ng saysay yung pag-aaral. So, isa dapat sa mindset ng mga adult learners ay they should be open to learning. They should be teachable. Hindi lang yan applicable sa mga adult learners. Applicable yan sa lahat ng klase ng learners. Kasi kung ikaw ay isang tao na aangan mo ay matuto pero hindi ka naman maturuan, you are unteachable kasi lagi mong gustong masunod is kung ano yung alam mo. So, what's the use of studying when you cling to what you know? Paano kung yung alam mo pala ay hindi pala yun yung tama? So, contradiction between the knowledge and the knowledge taught and the knowledge from experiences. Lack of support. So, kung meron na lack of time, tapos may financial challenges pa, then lack of support. Hindi na yan iaalis or hindi na siya nalalayo. Yung pagkakaroon ng kakulangan sa suporta. Diba? Dahil sa hindi naman lahat ng learners ay financially capable at nahati nga yung kanilang finances and yung time. So, yung support ng family, ng immediate family, kung ang learner ay meron na siyang wife and children, so nagkakaroon ng conflict minsan, okay, na nagagaling mismo doon sa kanyang family. Okay. So, minsan kasi imbis na supportahan ng family, yung learner, parang nakakadagdag pa yung, let's say, yung kanyang asawa o na doon sa stress na maaaring maramdaman or nararamdaman ng adult learner. Diba? Parang sinisisi ko bakit. Ikaw kasi, ba't kasi nag-aaral ka pa uli, etc. Yung mga ganang sabi, or uh, wala, hindi mo na yan matatapos, ganyan-ganyan. So, uh, lack of support. So, but it doesn't mean na lahat ng learners ay may lack of support. Yung iba naman ay is nakakakuha ng support sa doon sa sa kanyang mga classmate, sa school setting. Yun. So, depende sa ah, mga nakapaligid doon sa adult learner. Okay. So, yan yung mga difficulties that adult learners encounter. So, mahirap maging adult learner. Okay? Pero sa tingin ko, si Pacquiao naman hindi nahihirapan sa pagiging adult learner. Diba? Kasi hindi naman siya financially challenged, hindi rin siya lacking of support, mas lalo hindi siya lacking of time. May time pa nga siya sa boxing, di ba? Tapos, public official pa siya. Diba? Tapos ngayon, tatakbo siya presidente. Wala lang. Ano lang, share lang. Okay? So, palagay ko naman wala kayong question. Or baka naman may question kayo regarding sa difficulties na encounter about adult learning. May question ba kayo about difficulties? Ayun, meron pala ako idadagdag na hindi nakasulat. Siyempre, ah, dahil hindi na ako bata nung ako ay nagbalik sa pag-aaral, malakas pa rin naman ang pangangatawan ko noon. Nananalo pa ako sa, ah, anong tawag doon sa contest na yun? Ang tawag doon sa hilaha, hinihilang lubid. Tug of war, yun. Yan, two-time champion nga pala ako sa tug of war, sa Philippines. Nananalo pa ako, pero syempre, other than that, may mga sumasakit-sakit na sumasakit ng tuhod, sumasakit ng likod. Uh, di ba? So, ayan. Other difficulties na na-encounter ng mga adult learners. Yung anatomical changes. Okay? Now we go to andragogy. Andragogy or andragogy. So, balo na kayo. So, andragogy is the art and science of helping adults learn. So, basically, andragogy is adult learning. Ang kabaliktaran niya is, or ang counterpart niya sa children ay yung pedagogy. Okay? So, yung pedagogy is the art and science of teaching children. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ang laki ng difference nung naka-open and close parenthesis na meaning ng andragogy and pedagogy. Diba? Yung isa, helping adults learn. Yung isa naman, teaching children. Okay. So, doon pa lang, makikita na natin na iba yung approach na ginagawa sa andragogy and pedagogy. Okay? Okay. So, itong dalawang terms na to ay may Greek na origin sila. Okay? So, pedagogy literally translates to Pidi, which means child, and ago, which means guide. Andragogy naman, andras means man, then ago means guide. So while both words refers to learning strategies, okay, meron silang kanya-kanyang different philosophies, philosophies and uh, theories. At the same time, meron ding approaches. Okay? So in order for us to understand clearer, okay, yung mga different subjects na or different ways kung paano tayo natututo simula nung bata tayo. So, kailangan malaman natin yung pagkakaiba between pedagogy and andragogy. Okay? Okay. So, ito yung tinable form ko yung mga uh, difference nila. Okay. So, sa child learning, okay, yung learner dependent sa teacher. Teacher ang mag-evaluate, okay? Teacher ang may responsibility kung ano yung ituturo at kung ito ay effective or efficient. While sa adult learner or sa adult learning, the learner depends on themselves. Okay? So the method requires self-evaluation and self-direct direction. And of course, dahil siya ay nakadependent sa sarili, okay? So the whole learning process is the responsibility of the learner and not the teacher. Next, learner comes to the table with little life experience. Childlike learning comes with a blank slate and the educator or the teacher is the one who influences the child as syempre, sino pa ba ma-influence dun sa learner kung hindi yung teacher kasi lahat ng learners or lahat naman ng bata sa isang klase ay pare-parehas na may kakulangan sa experience. Unlike sa adult learner, so yung learner ay punong-puno ng experiences. Diba? And instructors build on the existing knowledge and require an understanding of diverse backgrounds. So dapat, kung ikaw ay magtuturo ng mga adults, dapat alamin mo yung background ng bawat isa sa iyong students. Okay? So adults learn from the instructor but also from one another. Kaya nga, sa adult learning, mas ina-encourage yung pag-share ng ideas. Okay? So ideas ang sinashare. Hindi events, hindi people. Okay? So kapag people, sa events, marites yun, di ba? Mari ano latest? Di ba? Latest saan? Si ganon, si ganto. Nandun, di ba? Then next, child learning. Students have students advance once they completed the necessary steps. Okay? So learners are told that they need to do to master a topic in order to move to the next one. Pero sa adult learning, okay? So learning is triggered by different number of existing life experiences. Okay. So yung learning hindi siya step by step. So rather, there is already an existing learning based on the experiences of the adult learners. However, maaaring itong mga kaalaman na ito ng mga adult learners ay may kakulangan. At ito dapat yung pupunan ng mga teachers or instructors ng mga adult learners. Or kung ah, kung kumpleto man yung kaalaman nila, so kailangan i-advance natin one step higher yung kanilang knowledge in a particular topic. Okay? Next. So, child learning. Learning is prescribed by the instructors and sequenced in a way that makes logical sense. Topics are broken down into content units. Okay? So, sa child yan. May sequencing. Okay? Pero, sa adult learning, learning is prescribed by self. Learners see a problem or knowledge gap and organize topic around life and work solutions. Okay. So usually nga, dahil nga sa meron na silang mga pre-existing knowledge due to their life experiences, so yung mga adult learners ay usually hindi na nila sinusunod yung sequencing. Or kung hindi man nila sinusunod, hindi na kinakailangan na magkaroon ng lesson sequencing. Okay? So syempre, hindi naman porke walang lesson sequencing is hindi na organize yung mga topics na kailangan matutunan ng isang adult learner. So again, it is the responsibility pa rin ng instructor sa adult learning na maging guide. Okay, maging guide, maging facilitator or moderator ng learning ng mga adult. Okay? And then last, sa child learning, learners are motivated by external sources such as parents, teachers, and the topic is completed by a pass or a fail grade. Okay. While adult learners are motivated by internal factors. Kasama dito yung self-esteem, yung pag-improve ng quality of life. Okay? Pagkakaroon ng pag-develop ng problem-solving skills, pag-improve. And the quest for recognition. Topics are completed by mastery. Okay. So, usually, uh, hindi naman nawawala yung the quest for recognition. Either bata ang learner or adult ang learner, recognition should always be given if it is due to the learner. Or kahit hindi learner, di ba? Recognition should be given to whoever recognition is due. Kasi recognition will boost the self-esteem of a person. Okay? And self-esteem is part of the hierarchy of needs ni Abraham Maslow in order to attain self-actualization. Okay? Okay. Now we go to the different learning theories for adult learners. Number one is transformative learning. So transformative learning is an adult theory or adult learning theory that is focused on changing the way learners think about the world around them and how they think about themselves. Transformative. Nagkakaroon ng transformation ang learners. Diba, sinabi nga natin that an adult learner have nang nag-start silang mag-aral uli, puno sila ng life experiences. And therefore, there are preconceived ideas regarding some things. But that preconceived ideas does not necessarily mean na they are correct. So in transformative learning, the teacher or the instructor should be able to guide the adult learner in transforming those ideas to from those preconceived ideas from wrong uh, wrong conceptualization to the correct one. Okay, so at the same time, transforming also on how they view themselves. Okay? So in transformative learning, it utilizes dilemmas and situations to challenge your assumptions and principles. So learners then use critical thinking and questioning to evaluate their underlying beliefs and assumptions and learn from what they realize about themselves in the process. So, saan, saan ko siya ginamit? Actually, ginamit ko na siya sa inyo before. Diba? When we have the uh, ethical dilemmas, the scenarios, yung may sasagasaan ng trolley sa yung may patient. So katulad na explanation ko doon sa answer doon, it doesn't matter kung ano yung pinili yung sagot, but the important thing is you realize that uh, making decisions in the clinical setting, in clinical area, kapag kapag nagtatrabaho na kayo, is not as easy as yes and no, or yes or no. So there are many things to consider, di ba? And yun, palagay ko naman, nagkaroon kayo ng idea talaga kung ano yung mas pinapalagan ninyo nung ginawa natin yung exercises na yun. Okay? Then after transformational learning, we have the second self-directed learning. So self-directed is sometimes called self-direction. Okay? So dito, halos wala nang role ang teacher sa self-directed learning. Dahil it is the individual or the learners who takes initiative in the learning. Okay? Sila na yung mismo gumagawa ng plan, they implement the learning process, okay? And evaluate their learning experience. Okay? So learners set goals, determine their educational or training needs, implement the plan, and more to enhance their own learning, self-directed learning. Okay. So, mahirap bang gawin yung self-directed learning? The answer is yes. Mahirap siyang gawin. Okay? Lalo na kung, di ba, nabanggit nga natin na there are different uh, challenges ang mga adult learning or adult learners before. Yung previously, di ba, binanggit natin yung mga challenges na yun. So what more if ang pipiliin mo pa is yung self-directed learning na ikaw lahat ang gagawa, ikaw magpaplano, ikaw mag-implement, ikaw din yung mag-evaluate ng sarili mo. And depende pa yun uh, sa iyong well, predisposition. Di ba? Uh, sa evaluation pa lang, so will you evaluate truthfully or not? Di ba? Or will you follow strictly the plan or skip certain steps dun sa planning, dun sa plan mo. Diba? So, self-directed learning entails very high amount of discipline. Diba? May kahirapan ng self-directed learning. Okay? Self-directed learning may happen outside the classroom or inside the classroom. So, however, katulad na sinabi ko, dito sa self-directed learning, it is the learner who does it all. Siya yung gumagawa ng lahat. And, ang ano lang magiging role ng teacher or ng instructor? Well, to answer questions kung may katanungan ang learner. But aside from that, hindi na makikialam ang teacher sa setting of goals, planning of the lesson or the topics, and evaluation of the knowledge learned. Okay. Then, third is the experiential learning. Okay. So, experiential learning is not a monopoly of adult learning. Kung maalala natin, mayroong experiential learning din when it comes to uh, child learning. Okay. So, hindi siya monopoly ng adult learning. So, this focuses on the idea that adults are shaped by their experiences and that the best learning outcomes or best learning comes from making sense of your experiences. So basically, lahat ng knowledge ay inirelate dun sa experiences. And therefore, yung mga experiences na yan ay nagkakaroon ng sense. Kung sa palagay mo before na they are just random experiences. Now, kung ikaw ay nag-aaral na and you applied uh, what you have learned or you relate what you have learned or you are learning with those experiences, then hindi na lang siya random experiences. But rather, those experiences becomes a concrete learning for the student. Okay. So instead of memorizing facts and figures, in this type or in this theory of learning, it is more hands-on and reflective learning style. So more on it utilizes, of course, the critical thinking, problem solving, etc. Okay. Adult learners are able to utilize this theory and learning by doing instead of just hearing and reading about something. Okay. So kaya nga, kung napapansin nyo dun sa umpisa pa lang when we define adult learning. So adult learning is not only confined with the formal instruction ng higher education, but also there are skills and apprenticeship. Okay? So it is important for this theory of learning na magkaroon or ma-experience ng learner ang isang bagay in order for that learner to have a concrete knowledge or concrete idea of what that specific theory is all about. Okay? So do you have questions regarding the three adult learners theory? My question? So, sa palagay nyo, pasok na kayo sa adult learning? Or more on nasa stimulus response pa rin kayo? Na more on, baka, baka dito kinuha yung quiz. Dito ito yung reviewin ko. Or something like that. Diba? So, saan ba? Pedagogy ba kayo or andragogy? Okay? So now we move on to the 5 core propositions of learning. Okay. So ito yung mga uh, 5 bagay na dapat makita natin sa isang teacher. Una, teachers are committed to students and their learning. Okay? So hindi lang basta magtuturo si teacher. Kailangan is committed siya na talagang may matutunan ang kanyang mga students. But then again, learning is a two-way street. So, kung walang participation ang learners, so hindi rin siya matututo kung puro teacher lang ang gagawa ng steps. Okay. Second, teachers know the subject they teach and how to teach those subjects to students. Okay? Kaya nga, hindi ko kinukuha yung subject na positioning kasi sabi nila, magaling daw sa positioning ang mga radtech, pero isa po ako sa mga radtech na hindi magaling sa positioning. Simple lang po ang alam kong mga positions. So, maintindihan niyo pagdating niyo ng 3rd year. So, I hope na pagdating niyo ng 3rd year, hindi na kayo magre-reklamo na ang dami pinagagawa sa inyo. Diba? Hindi ako magre-reklamo na, ay sir, baka po pwedeng hindi na lang tayo mag-makeup class kasi marami pong pinag-drawing, ganyan-ganyan. Diba? Nako, sinasabi ko sa inyo, pagdating nyo ng positioning, Diyos ko, pagkadami-dami. Buti nga sa curriculum nyo, hinati yung positioning into 2 subjects. 2 semester na yung positioning subject sa inyong curriculum. That is good development. Kasi sa batch namin, isang subject lang siya. At kailangan mong pag-aralan sa isang semester ang pagpuposisyon ng pasyente from head to foot. Han pa lang, may 10 positions na. Oh, what more buong upper extremities? Tapos makikita mo pag mag-e-exam kami, pag ganyan-ganyan kami, pag mag-e-exam, pag galaw-galaw yung mga kamay namin, yung ulo namin, yan. It's all because of positioning. Hindi kami nababaliw yun. Positioning. Kahit nung board exam, ano yun? Doon hindi kami magkakakilala, magkakatabi kasi alphabetical order sa board exam. Pero makikita mo yung mga examiner, mga examinee, kapag patak ng set 3, which is radiographic positioning. Now, lahat tahimik ha, mind you, walang nagsasalita during the board exam. Pero, makikita mo sila, gumagalaw sila lahat. Gumagalaw ang kamay, ang paa, kasi ini-imagine kung ano itsura ng position So, ganon. So, pag na-experience niyo yan, huwag kayong mag-alala, hindi kayo nag-iisa. Okay? So, yun. So, ayun nga, dahil hindi ko forte ang positioning, so hindi ako nagtuturo ng positioning. Mas forte ko ang ethics and jurisprudence among among all the subjects ng RT. Yun ang pinaka-forte ko. Ethics, jurisprudence, and management. Okay? Next, number 3. Teachers are responsible for managing and monitoring student learning. Okay. So this is core propositions or principle. Okay? So, syempre, responsibilidad na i-check or i-monitor ng teacher ang learning ng students sa different ways. There are different ways on how teachers monitor and manage the students' learning. Okay. So, yung mga basic dyan, yung pagtatanong, then nandiyan na yung mga different forms of evaluation. Okay. Kung nakikita ba ng teacher na gising sila sa klase, ako, buti na lang online classes tayo ngayon Kasi before, namamato ako ng estudyante pag tulog eh. Ba't kaya biglang nagbukas ng camera? Hindi nga, totoo namamat talaga ako before. Binabato ko ng eraser ng whiteboard. Anyhow, ayun. Then number 4, teachers think systematically about their practice and learn from experience. So, kung mapapansin nyo, doon sa ating LMS, lalo na sa 204, iba yung mga title ng module, di ba? Ng module. So, yung kasi mga title ng module na nilagay ko doon is title ng module last school year. So, yung pinapresent ko sa inyong module ngayon sa 204 at dito ay updated. Kaya siya ay may konting difference sa mga title ng modules. So that means constant yung pagre-revise namin ng aming mga teaching materials. Okay? So hindi siya kung ano yung ginamit ko 10 years ago hanggang ngayon, yung pa rin ang ginagamit ko, di ba? So ano naman yun? It is very unprofessional naman pag ano. Then last, teachers are members of learning communities. Okay. So learning communities. So that means ang teacher, hindi lang siya teacher. Isa rin siyang learner. Diba? Member siya ng learning communities. Maring may matutunan ang teacher sa kanyang mga student. At the same time, the teacher can also learn from their fellow teachers. Okay? So, kaya hindi pa, kumbaga, patuloy yung tinatawag natin continuing professional education. So, luckily, the school provides continuing professional development sa pamamagitan ng mga webinar seminars to improve the teachers' skills and capabilities. So hindi naman madamot ang ating school when it comes to giving opportunities for teachers to upgrade themselves. Okay? So these are core propositions or core principles ng learning. Okay. So now we go to Gagne's conditions of learning. So before, ang pinag-aralan natin kay Gagne ay yung hierarchy of learning. Ngayon naman ay conditions of learning. Okay? So according to Gredler, okay, yung conditions of learning daw ni Gagne ay nagpalit or lumipat na from study of learning in the laboratory to the study in the real world setting. And thus, Gredler explained that such changes was a result of training needs in World War II. So uh, ano yung na-observe ni Gredler? Meron siyang dalawang bagay na na-observe. First, instruction should provide a set of competent tasks and sequence those tasks to ensure the learner's mastery of each component task and the optimal transfer of the final task. Okay. Second, okay, yung principal assumption daw ni Gagne, okay, that there are different kinds of learned outcomes and that different internal and external conditions are necessary to promote each type. So, kasing conditions of learning and it's nine uh, nine events of instruction. So, somehow related to doon sa taxonomy ni Bloom. Okay? So, ito yung idea ni Gagne regarding learning. So, bakit kailangan nating balikan? So, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng different uh, different views kung ano ba yung learning. Okay? In order for us to uh, have sufficient amount of knowledge on uh, how to teach and how to learn. So, sabi ni Gagne, ang learning daw ay accumulation of knowledge throughout the years. Okay? So, simula nung nag-umpisa mag-develop yung human intellect, okay? At ito ay unti-unting uh, nag-increase from simple to complex uh, ideas. So, cumulative ang learning. Okay? Siya ay accumulation of knowledge throughout the years ng isang tao. Okay. Second, ang learning daw ay isa sa mga pamamaraan para ang isang individual o isang tao ay maging uh, functioning member ng society. Maging pakipakinabang na uh, member ng ating society. So, sa kanya, ang pananaw niya, kung ang tao ay walang learning, walang pakinabang sa lipunan ang isang tao. Yan. Yan ay sabi ni Gagne. Then, learning ay resulta daw ng different human behaviors. Agree ba kayo doon? Do you agree that learning is a result of different uh, behaviors? Do you agree? Do you agree or do you disagree that learning is the result of different human behaviors. Agree, disagree. Walang or. Yung agree, taas ang kamay. Yung disagree, taas ang kamay. Nako, ilan lang nagtaas ang kamay. Karamihan mga walang paninindigan, kaya hindi pinaninindigan. Kailangan, as a person, dapat pili tayo kung saan side tayo. It's either yes, it's either no, it's either black, it's either white. Diba? Lagi sa pula sa puti. Okay? Okay, so, ayun. So another concept of Daniel regarding learning and instruction, okay? So learning is complex and diverse. Meron siyang different outcomes na kinakailangan para sa different instructions and prerequisite. So, in short, learning is a complex process. Okay? That is according to Gagne. Okay. Then another concept is that events of learning operate on the learner in ways that constitute the conditions of learning. So internal states required in the learner to acquire the new skills are internal conditions of learning. So kung sa behavioral or yung uh, learning is based on human behavior ay nakasalalay sa external factors. Ngayon, sinasabi naman ni Gagne na hindi lang sa external factors nakasalalay ang learning. Kung hindi, there are internal factors as well. Diba? Doon sa uh, classical, operant, and observational learning, diba, they are behaviorism, theories of behaviorism, and lahat yun ay may kinalaman sa external factors. Pero sabi ni Gagne, hindi lang yun. Merong internal conditions din or internal factors. Okay. So this is the taxonomy of human learning capabilities. Okay. Ang gumawa nito ay si Gredler based on the description of Gagne's condition of learning. Okay. So, meron siyang tatlong columns, types of human capabilities, conditions, principle of instructional events. Okay. So, unti-unti na tayo pumapasok dun sa conditions of learning ni Robert Gagne. Okay. So, the first human capabilities na in-outline dito is the verbal information. Okay. So, verbal information, okay, ay naka-based sa pre-existing knowledge. Okay? May pre-existing knowledge na. Diba? In order for a person to verbalize something, so syempre, siya ay meron ng preconceived idea or pre-existing knowledge na naka-store um, sa kanyang brain. Okay. The internal conditions to support this learning include yung pre-existing ideas, and then strategies to processing new information. Yung principle of instructional events, yan. So, dyan na papasok yung mga uh, provide meaningful context of information, provide elaboration, explanation, imagery, etc. Okay? Organize information to the so that it can be learned in chunks. Okay? So yung principle for instructional events, that is the responsibility of the teacher. Kung paano i-implement uh, yung teaching. Okay? So yung conditions, ito ay nasa learner. Okay? Intellectual skills, so yan. Mental operations, okay? Okay, kung matatanda natin, di ba? Discrimination, concrete defined concepts, rule using, problem solving. Ito yung mental operations. And then, internal conditions naman, okay, of this type of learning includes recalling prerequisite skills. Okay. So, bakit kailangan ng recollection of prerequisite skills? Siyempre, kung hindi mo ma-recall kung ano yung kinakailangan skills before the current skill, so ibig sabihin wala kang mastery. Okay? So interacting in a variety of ways with new learning, applying the new skills to range and variety of different situation and context. Okay? So, let's say, yung isang skill na prerequisite, okay, kung wala kang example natin, paano ba tayo nag-umpisang maglakad? Paano nag-umpisang maglakad ang isang tao? Nakatayo ba agad siya at naglalakad na? O nag-umpisa muna siyang crawling daw? Gumapang, di ba? Yung bang paggapang niya tuhod agad? Tuhod agad ang ginagamit? Di ba hindi? Nakasayad muna buong katawan sa paggapang before crawling in horse bago yung dalawang kamay and dalawang tuhod. So, kung hindi mo pa master yung paggapang or ano kasunod ng paggapang? Pagupo. Kung ikaw ay natutong mapagupo, makakatayo ka ba? Diba hindi? So, recalling of previous o prerequisite skills. Kasi pag sinabing prerequisite, ito ay kinakailangan na skills before you learn or before you take the next step. Nagigets nyo ba yung prerequisite? So example, yung RT100, prerequisite siya ng RT to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Ganun din yung anatomy. Yung sa midterm. Prerequisite sila. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-RT 202 or 201 nang hindi ka nakakapasa sa RT100 or sa anatomy and physiology or sa midterm. So yun, prerequisite. Okay? Siya ay required na daanan. Okay. So for the teacher, provide varied concrete examples and rules. Provide opportunities for interaction with different examples in different ways. Then, assess learners in and new situations. Okay. Next ay cognitive strategies. So internal process by which the learners plans, controls, and monitors their own way of thinking and learning. So this includes task-specific, generals, general task, and executive task. Okay. So yung instruction na pwedeng i-provide ng teacher or instructional design ay to if task specific, so kailangan mo ipa-describe yung strategy. So, describe the strategy on how to uh, complete or accomplish your task, blah, blah, blah. Then if the task is general, okay, so demonstrate the strategy. Or and provide opportunities for strategy-specific practice with support and feedback. Okay? So, open for consultation. Okay? So, speaking of consultation, so if you have difficulties uh, in our subjects, so you can ask for consultation time. Okay, pwede kayong magsabi sa akin ng uh, tutorial tutorial time. So, all you have to do is contact me para ma-schedule natin yung tutorial session. Okay? So, that is part of consultation time na in-offer ng mga teachers ng SEPI. Then, attitude. So, syempre, internal yan, attitude yan eh. Okay? So, that is the predisposition that affects the individual choice of action. So provide respected models, okay, who enact positive behavior and reinforce model. So when learner enacts the behavior, provide reinforcement. Okay. So sa ngayon, sino ba ang inyong tinitingalang model sa inyong educational life? Parents nyo ba? Relative, friend, o nakita nyo lang sa tarpaulin, or pwedeng rival ninyo, kaklase mo pala, pero rival, uy, si crush daw. Lilipas din yan pag crush. Parang birthday ang lilipas din yan. So, sino ba ang inyong model? So, kaklase, depende, di ba? Okay. As long as, okay, that model enact a positive behavior. Baka mamaya yung modelo nyo, instead na positive behavior ang napupulot nyo ay negative behavior. So that is not what we are intending to see. Okay. And then, kapag inanak na ng learner yung positive behavior na yon, so the teacher must provide reinforcement. Okay? Now for motor skills. So, motor skills. Capability to perform a sequence of physical movement involves 3 stages. Learning the sequence of the movement, which is internal. Practicing the movement, internal pa rin. Bakit po internal pa rin yung practicing? Okay? Kasi It involves the coordination between our muscles and our brain, our nervous system. Okay? Then, refining the movement from feedback or uh, from the environment. Okay? So your motor skills, though it may appear that it is uh, affected by external factors only, but in reality, motor skills also are affected by internal factors. Okay? So for teachers, teachers should establish executive subroutine and provide for mental rehearsal. See, mental rehearsal. Okay? Saan siya applicable sa learning the sequence of movement and practicing. Then arrange several repetitions of skills with correct feedback. That would be for defining the movement from feedback. Okay? So, yan. Internal factors also. Okay. Okay, now we move on to Gagne 9 events of instruction. Yung kanina ay conditions of learning ni Gagne. Ito naman ay 9 events of instruction. Okay. So itong 9 events are divided into 3 phases. The preparation for learning, the acquisition and performance, and transfer of learning. These are the 3 phases. Okay. And of course, each of the 3 phases have 3 events in them. Okay? So let's take a look. So the 9 events of learning, sorry, 9 events of instruction. Okay? From number 1 to 9, gain attention, inform learners of objectives, stimulate recall of prior learning, present stimulus material, provide learner guidance, elicit performance, provide feedback, assess performance, and lastly, enhance retention and transfer. So, ayun, paano ba to i-discuss? So yung number 1, gain attention. So hindi ko sure kung 100% nag-gain ko ang inyong attention while I am instructing you. So inform learner of objectives. So I presume na na-inform ko kayo about our objectives. Stimulate recall for prior learning. We have done that. Present stimulus material. Not sure also. Provide learner guidance. Hindi pa rin ako sure kung nag-guide ko ba kayo sa tamang paroroonan o baka naman naliligaw ko na kayo na kailangan nyo ng baliktarin ng inyong damit. Okay? Elicit performance. Minsan, pero nag-elicit naman ako ng performance pero walang feedback. Assess performance. Yeah, next meeting na yung assess performance. So for next meeting, wala muna tayong klase. wala tayong lesson. Ano lang tayo, puro evaluation tayo next meeting. Then, enhance retention and transfer. So, siguro let's have a brief rationalization ng magiging quiz ninyo next meeting. Okay? So, yan po yung 9 events of instruction. Na-relate natin sa klase natin. Yun nga lang, hindi ko sure kung lahat ba yun ay nagagawa natin. Okay? So, first, gain attention. Obtain the students' attention so that they will watch and listen while the instructor presents the learning content. So, mahirap malaman kung nag-gain na ang inyong attention dahil patay ang inyong camera. Ilan lang ang bukas. Tapos, yung bukas, minsan tumatawa, minsan tulala. Diba? Or minsan parang may kausap sa kanyang headset. Okay? Parang may ka-chat sa ibang linya. Hello, hello, Ponpal. Okay? Then, application, utilize icebreaker, current news and events, case studies, YouTube videos, etc. Blah, blah, blah. So, utilize tools such as clinkers, surveys, okay? In online and RB courses uses discussion board for current news and events, to discuss controversial topics, and comment on media. Okay. So, current events, marami akong alam. Showbiz, wala. Paano ba yun? Kayo ba? Showbiz marami, current events konti. O baka naman mga Twitter birds kayo. Yung mga third year mahilig sa Twitter eh. Doon naglalabas na kanilang mga rant. Na kesyo daw, ang sarap daw matulog sa klase ko. Grabe talaga, no? O kayo ba? Nasasarap pa na ba kayo sa pagtulog sa klase ko? Yung mga natutulog dyan. Ayun. Hindi yan, pero promise. Yung mga third year doon nagraran sa Twitter. Ayun. Hindi lang mga third year, pati fourth year ngayon, nung sila ay third year. Anyhow, well, masaya lang basahin. Hindi ko naman totally pinapansin. Pero nakaka-enjoy basahin yung mga rants nila. Minsan, pinapangalanan yung teacher, minsan hindi. Pero kilala na agad kung sino yung teacher. Ganon din ba kayo? Saan kayo? Twitter, Facebook, saan ba? Instagram. Nasa kaya po post. Naku, ingat kayo pag sa Facebook kayo nagpo-post. Mahilig mag screenshot si Dean. Ayoko sana ikwento pero sige na, ikwento ko na. Last week, yun, merong sinend si Dean na screenshot ng Facebook something na isang student. Yun. Walang nag-react na faculty. Wala lang, natatawa lang ako. Kasi hindi namin alam kung paano kami magre-react doon sa sinend ni Dina, no? Sinend ni Dina screenshot. Tungkol sa yung screenshot, malalaman nyo eh pag sinabi ko eh. Malalaman nyo kung sino yung screenshot eh. So yun, tama, di ba? May clue na ako. May clue. Malamang, isa sa inyo yung screenshot ni Dean. Kung hindi man isa, dalawa siguro. Pero ang hirap kasi talaga mag-react. Hindi namin alam kung magre-react kami. Kasi, ano ba, uh, alam ko naman yung Quizlet, pero, well, Quizlet yun. Diba? Alam mo ba yung Quizlet? Binabrowse niya ba yun? Ayun. Kung hindi nyo pa alam, huwag nyo na i-browse ha. Kung ano yung Quizlet na yun. Please lang. Baka mademonyo kayo. Gumawa kayo ng account doon. Doon nakasalali academic performance nyo. Joke lang. Okay. So next, number 2, inform objectives. So allow students to organize their thoughts and prioritize their attention regarding what they are about to learn and do. Okay. So yan. Kaya po, as much as possible, ini-include natin yung ating mga learning objectives kada module, or kung hindi man naka-include sa ating slides, so we verbalize our objectives for the lesson. Okay? So it is important for the students to know what they should be learning or what they are expected to learn at the end of the lesson. Okay? Next, number 3. So, stimulate recall of prior knowledge. So, nandiyan na yung ating mga recapitulation. Okay? Magkakaroon tayo ng recap. And that firstly constitute the preparation for information. Tama nga ba? Okay? Okay, so number 4, present stimulus material or content material. So ito na yung discussion ng or presentation of the lesson proper. Okay? So different materials yung ating ginagamit. Okay? So dito kasi, well, iba-iba talaga yung, bawat teacher talaga, iba-iba ng ways on how to conduct classes. Si Dean, mahilig siya magpabasa, di ba? Mahilig siya magpabasa sa inyo, sa student. Kahit sa online classes, mahilig siya magpabasa. Ako naman, magpapabasa pa ba ako, hindi na sumasagot yung estudyante. Diba? Parang doggy na naman. Diba? So, ako na lang magbabasa. Tapos, babawian na lang sa quiz. Diba? kuha tayo sa Quizlet, tapos sunod na yung panglima. Provide learner guidance. So it is related to the encoding process. Provide students with instruction on how to learn, such as guided activities or common pitfalls. With learning guidance, at the rate of learning increases because students are less likely to lose time or become frustrated from by basing performance on incorrect tasks or poorly understood concepts. Ayun. Kaya nga po, lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo na open naman ako kapag may mga question kayo. Okay. Some of you or some of your classmates ay nagtatanong naman through messenger kapag meron hindi naintindihan or may gustong ipa-explain. So willing naman po tayo mag-explain. Wala pong bayad, wala extra charge. Okay? Basta kaya po natin explain para po matulungan nyo ako na pagtanda ko hindi ako magkaroon ng demensya. Okay? Para po ma-exercise din ang utak ko, gumana yung utak ko sa pag-iisip. So, ayan na. Binigyan ko na kayo ng tip. Kung ayaw nyo maging ulyanin, pagtanda nyo, palagi kayong magkaroon ng mga mind exercises. Palagi kayong magbasa. Yan, makakatulong yan para hindi kayo mag-develop ng demensya. Okay? Number 6, elicit performance or practice. The focus is response. Allow student to apply knowledge and skills learned. Okay? So usually, pag ganito, ang activity kasi na pinagagawa ko before, pre-pandemic, ay nire-require ko ang mga students to provide health teachings sa adapted community ng SEPI that your students should be able to utilize the different learning theories, okay, na pwedeng i-share sa community. Okay? So pipili lang kayo ng topic. So usually ang pinamimili ang topic ay alcoholism, smoking. So yun, yung dalawang yun. Kung marami ang estudyante, so another topic will be hypertension. So yung kasi yung mga common sa mga communities. Okay? And not only that, hindi lang sa teaching strategy, sa Teach 100 ang ganyan, pati dun sa magiging subject nyo next semester, which is Community and Public Health. Yun. Doon sa Community and Public Health, na duty sa before na duty sa health center, na duty sa dito sa Mauban District Hospital, sa Radiology Department ng Mauban District Hospital, at community. So, kung kayo ay 26 o 24, so di-divide kayo sa tatlong groupings or dalawang groupings. Tapos yun, mag-rotate kayo sa uh, different, doon sa tatlong yun. Then you will do different things. Siyempre sa community health teaching, sa barangay health center, you will be tasked to do uh, patient assessment, which includes vital signs taking. So doon kayo mahahasa na mag-vital signs taking. Okay? So importante ba na ang RadTech marunong mag-take ng vital signs? Yes, it is important for us to know how to take vital signs. Oo. Kasi we might not be nurses, but we are part of the allied health team. So, dapat lahat ng allied health marunong ng vital signs. Paano kung walang nurse? Kailangan ng pasyente na malaman yung kanyang vital signs. So, ano sasabihin mo? Erapte ka. Sabi mo, pakiantay na lang po yung nurse. Naglalunch lang, ikabre-break lang pala. So, di ba? Isang oras pa, siya mag-aantay. What if the patient is hypertensive or inaatake na lang? Natake na sa puso. So, at least, marunong tayo mag-vital signs. Okay. Though sa ibang school ng RadTech, hindi siya pinaprioritize, but I think it is one of the skills na kailangan meron na isang RadTech. Kasi malaking bagay yun, hindi lang sa trabaho. Malaking bagay rin yun na may marunong sa inyong bahay na mag-vital signs. Diba? Kung wala, di pati sarili mo, vital signs mo. Pwede naman. Then, number 7, provide feedback. So the purpose of feedback is to provide reinforcement. Okay? Na magkaroon ng correction if kailangan or appreciation if appreciation is due. Okay? So, feedback naman, hindi naman pag sinabing feedback, negative na agad. Okay? So, wag kayong mababother if someone gives you feedback. Okay? So, kung kayo ay may mga may mga mahihina ba loob sa inyo? Yung mga tipong masigawan lang ng isang tao nagbre-breakdown na. Meron ba? Kasi sa ospital hindi siya maiiwasan. Lahat ng tao pwedeng manigaw sa'yo nandun sa ospital. Una, pasyente. Pwede mo bang resbakan yung pasyente? Huwag kayo maniwala doon sa susunugin ko kayo. Hindi yun totoo. Susunugin. Di dagdag trabaho pag sinunog mo yung baga ng pasyente, yung x-ray, di ba? Uulit ka pa. So, hindi mo pwedeng balikan yung pasyente. Bukod sa pasyente, meron pa ba? Meron. Yung mas senior sa'yo. Dahil sa bago kang pasok, ikaw yung inuutos-utusan. Pag may nagawa kang mali, ngayon, ikaw yung papagalitan nila. Or, kung may magawa kang mali, instead na ang pagalitan is yung senior, ikaw yung pagagalitan. Diba? Or, makaka-experience kayo na yung inyong radiograph, itatapan sa'yo pabalik ng radiologist. Anong klaseng x-ray yan? bobo. Oh, mga gano'n. Kaya mo ba tanggapin yung mga salitang gano'n? Ulitin mo yan. Para kang hindi raptek niyan. Mga ganyan. May mga ganung radiologist ha. Hindi lahat ng radiologist mabait. Yung iba nangangain. Nangangain din. Yung iba ah, mahilig sumigaw, mahilig magmura. No. So, kung hindi nyo siya kaya, ngayon, sa ngayon, well, pagandaan nyo na. Okay? So, hindi lang yan. Bukod sa radiologist, hindi lang naman radiologist, ang doktor sa uh, sa hospital, di ba? May mga ibang klase doktor. O, halimbawa, yung doktor sa ER, okay, nag-forward ng request. Tapos, ang request niya, halimbawa, is right hand. Tapos, sasabi ng pasyente, hindi naman po masakit yung right hand ko. Yung left hand po yung na-aksidente. Tapos, tumawag ka sa ER, binerify mo yung request. Ngayon, imbis na kausapin ka ng maayos ng doktor, sasabihin sa'yo, ano ba nakasulat dyan sa papel? Left or right? Ikaw na radte ka dahil sa principle of justification, di ba? Doc, sabi po kasi ng pasyente, yun daw left hand ang na-aksidente, hindi po yung right. Di, syempre, sisigaw-sigaw ka na ng doktor. Kung ano nakasulat dyan, yun ang gawin mo. Walang ganyan. Usually yung mga matatanda radiologist. Pero based on my experience, so far lahat ng mga radiologist na nakatrabaho ko, ano naman, mabait. Ang tawag sa mga radtech, sir, sa ma'am. Tapos kapag medyo sablay yung x-ray mo, tapos usually kasi nang nagbabantay kami sa doktor pag nagbabasa. Siyempre, dagdag knowledge yun. Para matuto ka rin mag-read ng radiograph, di ba? So, nasa likod lang kami babasa. Tapos, pag suksok ng radiograph sa negatos ko, sabihin nung sa radio, pre, parang parang hilaw ah. Oo nga, Dok, mukhang sablay sa factoring eh. Di balik. Okay na yan. Uh, Jackpot ka pag ganun ng doktor mo. Pero kung ang doktor mo itatapon sa iyong pill, walang iyakan. Kailangan kaya nating i-handle. Okay? Kasi yun, feedback yun. Feedback yun, though hindi maganda yung papamaraan ng feedback ng doktor, pero feedback pa rin yun. And feedback, if we accept the feedback, it will give us opportunity to grow. Okay? Then number 8, assess performance. So, nandito na yung mga ating evaluation tool, yung mga summative assessment, quizzes, yan, ganyan. Mga activities. Okay? So, it helps student to identify content areas they have not mastered. Okay? Kaya pag mag-quiz, yun. Iwasan na po ang kumopya or mag-google. Iwasan na po. Wala po tayong ah, niloloko kung hindi yung ating sarili, 'di ba? Wala naman kasi wala namang mapapala yung teacher nyo kung ma-perfect nyo yung exam sa panloloko, di ba? Sa cheating. So, kayo rin yung hindi magbe-benefit doon. Kasi at least, kapag you answer the quiz honestly or the questions honestly, so you know what your current capabilities are. At dahil sa alam mo yung status ng iyong knowledge, so magagawa mo ng paraan to improve. Okay? At lagi ko sinasabi, pagdating naman ng board exam, kahit anong galing mo sa pangungopia, hindi siya obra. Okay? And then number 9, enhance retention and transfer. So this requires generalization process. So prepare students to apply information to personal context. Bali, ipe-personalize yung knowledge na na-gain doon sa specific topic or lesson. Okay. So application nito yung providing opportunities for student to relate the lesson to their personal experiences by designing essays or projects or activities. Okay? Or pwede rin discussion, group discussion, at magkakaroon ng activity na sharing. So yung mga ganyang bagay ay importante rin. Okay? Okay, so these are my references. And that ends our discussion for today. Do you have any questions?